That was an awkward cut. But,
That's fine. And then...
we were in the forest.
Then we were in the forest.
We're all
Well, what happened?
We will have to avoid Bevel in the future.
A ragtag band of adventurers lived to see another day.
Yeah. You know, they really, more than any other, like, group of characters, I get, you know, every character has, like, a unique design in Final Fantasy and stuff.
Right.
This really does feel like a D&D party that just got thrown together, because they all have their speciality. Like, 9 has that too, but you have, like, 2 summoners and white mages and shit, you know?
They're very well-defined personalities, and they're just interesting.
Yeah, the
enough.
personalities are there too. That's what's better.
Even Lulu, who I think has the least amount of personality, you can fight me on that.
Yeah.
Is still just as interesting. She's like,
No, I think you're right.
She's the
she
mom
does have the
character.
least. Yeah.
Like the stern mom character.
With buckles.
with so many buckles. Like, I'm sure that was useful during when you were in Macalania, but the desert, I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing all black.
Oh shit! It's the scene.
Oh, the always then scene.
Yeah.
Actually, this is like my favorite part of the game.
Oh
honestly.
yeah, it's
It
good.
is. Because they have the little pop ballad that plays.
I got to see her sing that live.
Really? That's
The
cool.
singer of it, yeah, at just the World's concert in New Jersey.
Didn't you say that you also saw the... Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I thought you said you saw the lady who sang the songs from Sonic R.
No, you're thinking of Gareth from
Brain Scratch.
from Brain Scratch and
Find the computer.
Yeah.
room.
no, I didn't see that.
That's a shame. I've heard she's a very good singer, though.
Oh yeah.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day?
Oh, I'm not gonna dispute it with you.
Don't you think sometimes you should just stop making games?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
Why are we in the water? Like, I'm not trying to dissect this scene because it's so legendary and, you know, it looks great and everything.
Those things I said.
But
Like,
But-
let's go get Sin.
this is really the first chance they've had peace that he can, like, even say this shit,
I
too.
didn't
So
know
it's
what
really
would
good.
happen to
Really
you,
well
you know?
done.
Yeah, they really haven't, like,
Yes.
with all that's been going on, they really haven't had a chance to just talk.
You gotta slow down. Like, okay, we're fugitives now, but at least we're in the woods for the night and kind of can relax.
You know, how, like normal people.
Yes.
Fugitives from the law, hanging out in the woods, roughing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you think with regular fantasy stories, especially people going on journeys out there in the world, they have to sleep and rest and just, like, camp out for a little bit. It really doesn't seem like they even had the chance to do that since they were in the desert.
Yeah.
Because they went right from there to being on the airship, to being in Bevelle,
Mm-hmm.
to escaping Bevelle, and now they're here. Like, this is the first chance
You know
in
what?
That's right.
a long time.
This is a good example of this, and there are a few games that really cover it well, like where it's a part of it. Like Metal Gear Solid 2 comes to mind, where it literally shows like the progression of the day
Oh, okay.
that's going on, like in the story. But I often wonder, like, how long are these journeys?
Yeah.
You know, like, how long did like the Hobbit journey take, for example? Like, I can't remember.
I don't know about that, but I remember someone telling me that The Lord of the Rings, from beginning to end, takes exactly 1 year.
Okay.
Like, almost from the time that they leave the Shire to coming back to the Shire
Mhm.
is 1 year exactly.
Lulu and Waka wouldn't hold out long.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But like a game like this, so see, this is when it's so useful, like to have
I'll make him
the
understand.
day and night transitions and stuff
Yeah.
when you have it, because
I should tell him.
okay, we know. So from the time Titus got to Besaid and met Waka,
Yeah.
he sleeps the one night. That's when like Lulu and Walker are talking outside. The next day they get on the boat.
Yeah.
They go to
To Kilika.
yeah, thank you, to Kilika.
Hey,
They sleep there.
Yep.
They do that. Then they get on the boat and they go to, I forget. No, a day does pass when they're on the boat to get to Luca.
Yeah, because then Waka and Lulu have that conversation.
Yeah.
We can all fly.
So that day passes, and then I would assume one passes while they're in Luca, a day,
Probably, yeah.
That's right.
because after the whole thing with
It's
Warren
probably
and
a
stuff.
couple days, because they're staying there during the Blitzball.
Yeah. So we'll say 2 days for that, and then from the time they travel there down the Mihen High Road,
I hate that part.
yeah.
We'd go out
Then after the battle with Sin, you can assume a day passes there.
Xanarkand never sleeps.
God, this is really interesting to try. Does this whole take place in like a span of a month?
Yeah.
Probably.
And it's probably a good month or two.
Yeah.
Like a month and a half, I'd say. Maybe, I would estimate because there's a lot of, like, the high road takes a long time. The trip from Jose to Macalania, or not Macalania,
Almost like it's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Wado Salam, probably takes a good couple
It's kinda-
days to a week.
Rose
So
Yeah.
it's probably around a month.
First in the seed, then it spreads to the
Also, this
sky,
scene is really
then to the whole
sad.
city.
Especially when you know it's
Brighter and
coming.
brighter,
Yeah.
till everything glows.
You know what's even sadder? The fact that, like, in 10-2, they have, like an out for all this, and then they want to put, they put out, like, an audio CD where
I know you'd like it.
it's, like, the Titus that comes back isn't the same kind of Titus, and
Oh.
he, like, loses his mind, and they break up with Yuna. Like, why the fuck would you make this? We just wanted the happy ending!
To hurt you.
Yeah.
We can both
That's why, like, I hate all the people that have all the fan theories about 8, where it's like, oh, the girl that becomes the sorceress on your team, maybe she's the one that becomes this evil sorceress in the future. It's like, no, that doesn't work, and here's why. But people still want to say that theory, and they still want to say, oh, the Squall is dead theory, and all this shit. It's like, can I just have my fucking happy ending in Final Fantasy, please?
Nope, can't have it. Ever since 4,
Yeah.
with the freaking twins dying to save you.
Yeah.
That
And
part
then 9.
sucked.
9, yeah, there's a happy end. I mean, the one character dies, like the doll, like his lifespan ends.
In 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of collateral damage.
Right?
It might have the highest body count, like other than Kefka, kind of blowing up the whole world.
Well, you know, that's how Kef could do.
This looked amazing. It
Yes.
still does. But there's something cool about, as you know what's coming up in the ending,
Uh-huh.
about, like, the self-sacrifice part
Yeah.
of it, you know? There's something kind of noble and cool about that, where it's like,
Oh, this part gets me every time.
oh yeah.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
It's amazing
Yeah.
to hear her sing this live with the harmonic orchestra backing it up and playing
I
it live.
bet.
Like, yay!
It's like that thing where you're obviously upset. Like when you're a kid and you're really upset about something, but you're so, like, fired up that you just can't. You can't move on about it until you've properly had your time to be upset.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, are you okay now? Yes! I'm fine!
Mm-hmm.
Ah! It's so sad.
You know, and then in the expanded thing, what's sad about this is after they defeat, you know, the big boss and all the faith wake up and stuff, this forest is dying too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks, I
According-
hate it.
According to the lore.
Fuck the lore. Let me think what I want.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite thing to say. Thanks, I hate it.
I mean, there comes a time when, like, as we said about, like, fan fiction and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and fan work, there comes a time where it's like, okay, it's out of your hands now. Like, let the fans think what they want, you know? Even if it doesn't make any sense. Even if Twincest is wrong.
Listen here.
Listen here.
You know what they say? Incest is wincest.
Don't you do it.
Everything I wanted to.
I think I
What's
browsed.
wrong with y'all?
I think I browsed 4chan for like a solid year,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing that probably corrupted me more than anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're crazy.
Also, that comic where Timmy Turner turned into a lady.
I'll go with you.
I don't know if I've seen that. Or if I want to, as a matter of fact.
And learned how to
I'm
masturbate.
Guardian.
Oh, okay.
It was a whole thing, don't ask.
Fired.
Listen, 50...
Unless I'm fired.
Stay with me,
Man, what a hard cutoff.
please.
Not until the end.
I'm sorry, there needed to be some levity in here.
Have some decorum, Captain. Come on.
No, it's alright.
Always then.
This is when you give the fans the ability to make anything they want, crazy shit will happen.
No, I mean, honestly, even if
Maybe
it does
we should
get
head back to camp first.
weird,
Mm-hmm.
if I were to ever create some piece of media that
Roger.
did take off somehow, I don't care what you write about.
Yeah.
Once you put it, maybe this is radical for me to say, but once a work is out there and people want to interpret it how they will, let them do it.
Oh,
I don't
agree.
care.
I agree completely.
I don't care what you do. Like, I also think once I'm dead, you can do whatever you can do with my media, whatever you want.
Mhm.
I don't care. I'm dead. I won't care.
Wait, I'll go with you.
That's how I feel about it. Fuck this 70 years after the person's dead, that's when it's public domain. Like,
Mhm.
no, I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's...
Do what you want.
Mhm.
Make your own interpretations. Go crazy.
Just don't reinterpret it like, you know, what they claim to do with, like, the Ghostbusters movie.
Which was what?
Would they make, like, a... They try to push a social agenda with it and don't put the time and effort into, like, actually making the story good.
I mean, I'm all for changing the social agenda. It's just actually care about it.
Here's the thing: all the female Ghostbusters movie, all the female Ghostbusters are actually really funny,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and I've laughed at all their shit. And
It's
it's just together in that movie
that,
it wasn't funny. The script
Yeah.
wasn't funny.
that movie was poorly planned.
Yeah,
And that was their problem.
just don't do that, you know.
Yeah.
And while you're doing it, don't kill off the people who were acting in the former Ghostbusters movie either. Just as like almost as to spite the fans and say fuck you for liking the old one more.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Go to bed, Yuna. You too, Yuna.
Go to bed, bud.
Why are you standing with a cord underneath you?
That's weird. What? Cats aren't real.
No. They do not obey the laws of physics.
No, they don't. That's why they say cats are liquid.
I was messing with her and calling her over last night during the game, and she literally jumped from behind her post there to the start of this thing in one move.
Wow.
And I said, you don't even follow logic anymore.
That's how it works.
Don't protect us.
Protect us from the weed whacker.
I wonder how bad that's picking up.
That's what noise reduction is for. Oh, God. You're tearing this family apart, weed whacker guys.
Lisa! I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm not. Oh, hi, Mark. You're my favorite customer.
I
Hi,
had that
doggy.
on Riff Tracks, too.
I love it.
I have 2 versions of it. They actually did a live rereading where...
Nope.
So, okay.
The cat did a thing.
Oh, she sees the person out the window.
It's weed whacker guy. He's tearing this family apart, Lisa.
It's leaf blower guy.
Oh, leaf blower guy. That's why it's so loud.
And weed whacking guy. Jesus Christ!
Are we trimming the world? What's happening?